Your Excellency, the people's governor of the heartbeat of the Nigerian nation, the executive governor of Edo State, very distinguished Senator Monday Upayolo Akpako Rescue, Akpako Miracle, Akpako Transform, Akpako Build Roads, Akpako Fly Over like Wike was flying in Port Harcourt, and of course Akpako Love Women. Thank you for inviting me to be here. The governor signed an executive order that I should be here, not do appropriation in Abuja, so I am happy to be here. Let me appreciate your 2IC, the deputy governor of Edo State, a young man. I think the first lady once described him as ladies' man, so I cannot argue with the first lady. Dennis Idaosa. Now, you should all join me to welcome to the heartbeat of the Nigerian nation, which we Edo represent. Edo is the heartbeat of Nigeria. No Edo, the heart did not beat. Not be so. Are you not proud? Are you not creative? Are you not energetic? Are you not digital? What about our women? No women, no election. Woman speak, woman understand. But no man, no miliki. So, join me to welcome the very distinguished Excellency Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the first person from our geopolitical zone, South-South, to go to Abuja as FCT Minister and minister in a way that has redefined the concept of development. And if anybody was in doubt, he did the wonders yesterday when his party came second after APC. Can you congratulate the minister?
Wike, you too much. Wike, you too much. Wike, you 4 months. Wike, you 5 months. If I didn't think all the things well, yes, on Wike they do. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, be your plenty. I don't think I'm accountable.
Thank you. Because to take second after APC no easy. Particularly when some people got not over 100. So I want to congratulate you. And I want to thank our governor for sustaining the friendship with the Honorable Minister of FCT. This is a man who knows the meaning of friendship. He also identified with short people when they are in distress. After I had been dismissed as national chairman of the ruling party, after I have led them to victory against Sekudu that took second in PDP, where Governor Wike, as there was minister, and I thoroughly used this my mouth to abuse PDP. Even in Port Harcourt, when I was dismissed, I became lonely, abandoned by my own party. People are even afraid to visit me because it could be them at the party. And I got a call from a real Nigeria who identify with those who are lonely, and he invited me to Port Harcourt to commission a flyover. Can you imagine that? Can you give the Honorable Minister a round of applause?
We gave you too much. We gave.
And then that was not enough. This minister honored me by giving me the highest honor of River State. So if I dey do nyanga, it's because I have a minister that identified with me when I was retrenched from my job. Even though he told me he celebrated my dismissal, but he also renewed my hope. So, as you can see, Honorable Minister, what Governor Monday is doing is simply to remind you that don't judge Edo people by the behavior of a person who didn't have sense of gratitude. He didn't represent the fighting spirit of the Edo man. Nor does he represent our sense of gratitude. We know our friends and we stab our friends. So Monday, thank you for paying the debts and meeting up the deficit created by Governor Obaseki. But if I may ask, do you know where he is now? You know where he is? He's migrating to Italy. And when they don't get in Italy, say, you didn't visit or when you were there, then you migrate to another place. Right now, I hear his address is not clear. But you are here. Those of you whose houses were demolished, hotels demolished, women jailed in Oko prison and so on, with Governor Monday, there's a new hope. Even me, I can come to Benin without visa. And my house is safe. Can you care for Governor Monday?
Now governor when they walk, now he we dey follow.
You know, governance is not just about all of those physical things you see. It is identifying with the ordinary man and using your power to neutralize anyone who wants to undermine the ordinary man on the street. That is why Governor Monday used bulldozers to demolish the houses of cultists that decide to kill and maim very ordinary people. Can you expect more than that? So you can walk the street and do get the answer why I say because Governor Monday is watching over us. And when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu talk about local government autonomy, people only do the word autonomy. It's not autonomy from working. Governor Monday this afternoon is practically demonstrating that under his watch, the autonomy of local government shall translate to having tractors to develop the 18 local governments in this state. Your Excellency, this may be taken for granted, but not by those local government workers who will not even be paid under your predecessor. When the chairman tells me I don't receive salary, I say, but you are the chairman. He said, we only sign, we get a car where they say, we transfer the money to. Can you see how things have changed? And how things are changing? So, Governor Monday, the good Lord, we make you taller than your relatively, he's governor now. I can't say he's short like me, But your work shows that you are a 6-footer. You are taller than even many tall pastors. If you know what I don't want to say. So I am very excited. And Governor Wike, we are grateful for standing by us at our hour of need. We will never ever forget. When we were abandoned, you stood by us. You stood by me. You stood by Monday. And you'll be here twice. And this is just second. I think this is second and it coincides with your taking second position in PDP only yesterday. And our president congratulates you. I know people say we should congratulate for taking second. And who knows, one day you might just take first after APC. So I know it's too many short man, short speech. But everything that needs to be said has been said. I just want to salute our youth, your energy. You'll be here since 9 o'clock. And you are starting with the back. Show energy of the youth, the creativity of the young people, and demonstrating that Not only do you represent the future, you are already here today. May the good Lord continue to bless the governor and his deputy. May the good Lord continue to grant more wisdom and greater strength and cover the Minister of Federal Capital Territory with the precious blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. Any weapon fashioned against you on account of your courage, on account of your political sagacity, shall not prosper. They will watch and you will continue to minister for the good of our country. And as APC, we thank PDP for giving us their very, very best to serve us as Minister of FCT. We are indebted to him. We don't be paid today. The other reward will be paid in heaven. But we are not going there soon. And we are not going soon. Thank you and God bless you all.